In our last video, I talked a lot about what happened to us in Pritchett Canyon, and especially to me in my Jeep, Grandpa's Jeep, where I broke the front axles and had to be winched up a lot of the really tough obstacles. And we also broke the steering bell crank bracket off of the cross member. So in this video, we're going to go over and talk about how back at the campground the next day, we had a pit crew of people fixing Grandpa's Jeep in the campground. This is during Easter Jeep Safari 2025. This is a Quasi 8's production.
Tim, could you just tell me quickly what you've encountered so far?
Well, both axle shafts broke and mushroomed inside the carrier, so they're really wedged in the carrier. It's a lot of fun to get them out when they're broken this way.
Both axles are broken and wedged. How's the locker looking?
The locker appears to be in good shape, no damage.
Nice.
Just trying to get the broken, smushed ends of the axle out without damaging anything else is tricky.
Yep. Jax, what are you working on?
Cleaning bearings.
Nice. Awesome.
The other side's done.
Okay.
I'm sure we forgot something, but that'll keep us working anyway. Yeah.
Stan, tell us what's happening here.
Well, the pit crew here is working on my Jeep. We broke two axles yesterday in Pritchett Canyon. Both the front axles broken right at the pumpkin. So the pumpkins come apart, and they're trying to figure out how to pound those little stubs out of the locker. The steering bell crank bracket tore off of the cross member, so we fixed that with the trail weld yesterday, but we're trying to figure out how to beef that up and make that stronger. So there's that. Also, there's a bent spring with the broken center pin, so there's going to be a spring change going on. And mostly I'm just standing around watching my friends work on my junk, so it's pretty awesome.
Billy and Jeff, how we doing? What's status?
Awesome. It's coming along really good. I think it's all coming together. We might have someone coming to do some welding. We're tracking down some steel right now.
Brand new.
Billy, what are you focusing on? What part of this cake are you building?
Let's do a walk around.
We're kind of I took the passenger side spindle off so we could get the axle out. Jeff did the driver's side. We've got people cleaning wheel bearings, different people, and
tell me why the front of the vehicle's off.
it's off. Jeff took it off. See, he's been more productive than me.
Go ahead, Jeff. Show us what's
See
happening.
that weld in there? That's what we had to do on the trail. The bell crank broke off.
You can see it.
We did that to get it off the trail.
Show me.
The bolts. It almost looks like artwork. People would call that artwork.
It is artwork.
Oh,
That
yes.
is artwork.
That's industrial art right there. Okay.
I'm an eccentric.
All right. So what's the plan for that, Jeff?
Well, we're gonna cut all that off, and we're gonna trying to find a piece of 3-inch ID pipe that we can weld to the bottom of it to make it stronger, and then weld the bell crank to that. And then, like I said, we got to fix the axle. We also have a broken spring down over here.
Yeah. Tell me what this shiny new part is for.
Okay, well
New
that's
spring.
we have a broken spring bolt. You can see the axle move back 2 inches, and
Okay.
then it's bent. The spring's bent in the back.
Which bolt is broken?
The center pin.
Oh, the center pin is broken. Yeah. So talking about this change right here.
Yeah. And then it's bent there really bad.
It's not supposed to be like that normally.
It's not. No, normally it'd be more of an arch.
Is that okay?
Yeah, just a gentle arch.
That's kind of a lift thing. I tell them they ought to keep that in there. Kind of
Now
gives
he's got
him
a
little bit
half-inch
of a-
lift.
You guys, how you get your half
But
inch
he's
lift?
stock, see, so he doesn't want to have a lift kit because he feels guilty if he does that.
Good. All right. Nice work, you guys.
All right, appreciate it.
Here's our broken axles, both fronts, obviously. Well, I know Stan's gonna make a nice video out of this.
The other side to budge, which actually,
If we can get that one side drove out, we should be able to take that cross pin out.
well, it's driven this as far as it can with
Oh, yeah.
this other side is tougher. Other
Oh,
side
yeah,
is
see
tough.
that there? That's good.
What do you mean it's not wide enough? It's not 3 inches.
Well, if you take and cut an edge
Yeah,
off,
you can split it down the middle.
Piece of angle iron.
Yeah. Your angle irons, yeah, that's not bad right there either. I don't know what the guy will think.
Yeah, at least he's got his options.
Yeah, he may want to use thinner metal because of that. This
I'm
thin
gonna set
tube.
this on my hood because he's hammering.
Billy, it looks like you do this for a living.
I do not
It's
do.
a tiny
I hate
little
it.
Anybody got that itty bitty?
Okay, tell me what happened. What did it take to get him out?
That is metal sculpture. Oh, it took a little loving with a hammer and a punch and working it. Had to grind out a little bit of the displaced metal from the carrier so they'd pass through, but
Show me the
got
hammer and punch you used.
Well, for the minute, we could just
well,
lift it up.
it's really high tech.
Nice.
And that.
Oh, perfect. Nice job, you guys. Wow, that is impressive. All right, young man, what's your name?
Skid.
Skid, where do you live?
Hot Springs, Arkansas.
What do you do for work?
I a little bit of everything.
Now, it looks like you got quite the truck with you. You're a
Yeah.
welder, a fabricator.
Yes.
How are you going to attack this one? What do you do?
We are going to clean up all this here and go back and make it look like it was supposed to.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
How are you going to weld it? Like, what? Give us a little more detail.
We're going to do a 6011 at 100 amps, and that's about it.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to when the finished product.
Let's see.
Thank you so
Good
much.
old 6011. that
Hopefully.
is-
These guys from Arkansas were over in another part of the campground working on their own stuff. And Billy walked by and saw what they were doing and asked them if they might have a little time to come over and look at our job, because they have a big old truck. We'll show you a picture of it here in a minute with a big welding rig on the back of it. And so they came over and they're great. They worked on my Jeep for a couple of hours, trying to grind it and weld it, and struggled a little bit with welding because the metal on that cross member tube was a little bit thin and they blew through it a little bit, but they figured it out and adjusted and got it sorted out and got it welded on there really nice. We tried to pay them and they just shook that off. They're amazing guys.
This is a proper public works job, Jeff. Got a lot of people watching some work happening.
I'd say.
This is pretty awesome. Huh?
One of the amazing things about this hobby is the people. My friends that I was there with, they all jumped in and got right to work. Mostly what I did was run for parts and run to the store and get snacks and drinks. These guys from Arkansas, they didn't know us from Adams. They just piled right in and went to work. It's really awesome.
What's your name?
JR.
JR. Jesse, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's the plan here?
We're going to chop this bolt off so we can roll it back up where it's supposed to be.
Yep.
And just reinforce it for you.
What do we got to do to align it?
Jack it up.
Jack it up. Appreciate your help.
Here, what do you want, 5 or 6? 5 might be more clearance.
Nice, huh? Oh yeah, that was good.
Man, it's pretty nasty. And I'd like to go down it with a wire wheel, really.
I gotta put it all back together from everything from last night to tonight. That's the fun part.
Set up well. I just don't Which obstacle was that?
I think it was in Coyote Canyon where you were revving it up. You were kind of bound up and you were revving it up and dumping the clutch. You know, in first gear low rate.
Once these guys from Arkansas finished up the welding job, we bolted all the other pieces on, got it back together and in running order, and that afternoon we ran up to the Hell's Revenge trail. Got about halfway through Hell's Revenge and my motor conked out. Well, once again, I'm on the rope of shame behind Bam Bam. I think my motor seized up and we're out on Hell's Revenge. I just climbed Hell's Gate twice and got to the top and it made a terrible whirring noise and locked up. So I'm done driving for the week, I think, and I'll just be a passenger with somebody the next couple of days and we'll see how fun that is. Anyway, busted. I'll try to get back to you with some progress on different projects that I'm working on. Thanks for watching.